Welcome to Houston, the city with no limits. So we finally got the rental car and we are headed downtown to eat breakfast. I'm telling you, they fed us like two crackers on a plane coming from Mexico and we are starving. We're heading to this restaurant that is Houston known for sure, but it's supposed to be one of the really popular restaurants, African American owned, that has the best chicken and waffles. So I don't know if I'm gonna get that, but I'll decide when I get there. While we were standing in line for about 45 minutes to an hour, I noticed this amazing artwork on the wall. W.E.B. Du Bois. I tell you what, it's some history on this wall, and whoever did this did an amazing job. So that is one of the owners of Building Wakanda. That's the name of the restaurant, y'all. Building Wakanda. Why not? She's entertaining us, telling some jokes, and just trying to keep it orderly because the line kind of got a little long and people were getting a little restless because they were hot and hungry. So she told us to look at that code, open it up, and we can know what's on the menu. 45 minutes to an hour, that seemed like a long time, but as we were there standing, talking, and singing the music and all of that, it seemed like we got in there kind of quick. And I thought it was much bigger than it was, but it wasn't. However, the customer service was bar none wonderful. Here's the owner right there, one of the owners, and there's another owner. As soon as you walked in, you smelled really, really good. They had the menu. You had your menu before you came in, so you knew what you wanted. I ended up ordering fish and grits, and it was absolutely delicious. They served their own seasoning, and you can go pick your seat as you came in. Now I understand why they had us waiting so long, because you had to pick your seat. And as you can see, they are Houston Chronicles, part of the Breakfast Club. They've won many awards for having the best breakfast in Houston. So this is my meal right here: catfish with some grits and a strawberry on top. And it was absolutely delicious. My son got some pancakes. Both of them actually got some pancakes, some eggs, and some bacon. And they got this French toast as well, and everybody loved it. So after eating breakfast, we decided to do a little bit more touring of the Houston area. We got about a good 8 hours left here, so why not go out and check out what's going on? We ended up at the Houston Museum of African American Culture. The mission of this museum is to collect, conserve, explore, interpret, and exhibit the material and intellectual culture of Africans and African Americans in Houston and the state of Texas, the Southwest, and the African diaspora for content that is curated for future generations. In fulfilling its mission, HMAC seeks to invite and engage visitors of every race and background and to inspire children of all ages through discovery-driven learning. HMAC is to be a museum for all people. The vision of HMAC is to seek to be a cultural portal through which people share and converge histories and contemporary experiences that acknowledge and expand the African American experience, and from such an interaction come together to build a common future. They had a lot of different artifacts in here which definitely needs to be honored, such as George Floyd and all of the people that have been caught up in police brutality, history makers that we are most familiar with and common with. I know you saw Beyonce's mom on the wall. She is a Houston native. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, one of them was born in Houston. I think it's Beyonce. Don't get me lying and get beat up by the Beyonce crew. But anyway, she was there on the wall, and they gave a little dedication wall to her and Beyonce. And all of this artwork here is really, the museum itself is in a cultural aspect of the Houston area. It's like in the middle, where people can come, as they mentioned, from all areas. But I was just so fascinated by the different types of artwork that they explored throughout the museum. Some different artifacts for sure.
American culture. We were actually started in, they did pop-up exhibitions in 2010. And then in 2012, we were birthed under Mayor Lee Brown, which was the first African American mayor of Houston. And there are actually two institutions that he established: the Gregory School, which is more about the history. They're a library, and also they are a museum. They deal more with the history of African Americans in Houston and in Texas. And then we are the arts and culture side of the two institutions.
So after leaving the museum, we decided to go hit up a little small business in the area. I love my small businesses. It's called Seed. It is vegan, it is healthy, and when you looked at that menu, you got healthy by reading it, okay? But I love the vibe they had in here. Again, a nice small quaint place right outside, probably about maybe 2 or 3 minutes away from the museum. I ended up getting a vegan oat smoothie, and I tell you what, it was delicious. My husband got the blueberry, and I don't drink milk, so everything was natural. It was with oat milk. We finally got back to the airport, and at the airport, what I basically did was I had some contracts that were pending, and while I was sitting in there waiting for our plane to come, I decided to go ahead and finish the contract while I was there. Looks like nobody is here yet. We're a little early, but hey, why not? Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Blessings and peace.